Hi, everybody, and welcome to my scope. This is my first time broadcasting on one of the channels that I'm on. Let me turn my volume down because it is mad loud. So, guys, hello, how are you? This is your girl, LaShawn R. Shelton, also known as Ms. Optimism, coming to you live on the Forex Pros, the Perry Girls channel, and on my YouTube and personal Periscope page. And listen, we are about to talk about some real stuff tonight because right now people are really going through it. People are really having a hard time. And you know what? I get it. I am not even going to sit here and say, well, I don't know why you're upset. I get it. But let's enunciate what's going on and let's accentuate the positive. Let's figure out what we can do to stay strong, to affirm ourselves and strengthen ourselves so we can affirm others. Does that make sense? So, for example, if I am weak because I'm going through something and I'm hurting and I can't focus, it's going to be very difficult for me to affirm you and or motivate you because I have nothing left. It's like pouring from an empty cup. And I know you all have heard that before. You can't pour from an empty cup, right? But it's true. There are so many people out there who are saying I'm a motivator and I'm a speaker and I'm a this and I'm a that, but they're pouring from empty cups. So I know I always talk about 7 incredibly easy hacks to start your biz and power towards success, but we're doing something different. Hey, Sobor, how are you, Dr. Tammy? Listen, guys, we are going through some really, torrential times, some crazy times. And what I want you to do right now is, number one, tackle your fears, address your fears, and put them in a realistic perspective. Okay, let's try this again. Okay. I want you to tackle your fears, address those fears, and put them in a realistic perspective. So whatever your fears are, whether it's to start your business, whether it's to maintain your business, whether it's to migrate your business from a brick and mortar to online, because guess what, guys? Right now, online business is where it's at. Having an online platform is the best thing to do right now because of the obvious, between COVID-19, between, protests, between any and everything that could possibly happen right now in 2020. 2020 needs a Snickers bar because 2020, we all had these great hopes and aspirations and dreams like 2020 is going to be my year. 2020 is not even its own year right now. So while we're going through this, let's figure out what we can do and tackle our fears, address our fears, and put them into a realistic perspective. So if you're fearful about moving your business online, what's stopping you from doing it? If you're fearful about starting your business, what's stopping you from doing it? If you're fearful about promoting a business, there's people who actually join companies and they are absolutely terrified, right? It needs its own Snickers bar, right, girl? They're terrified about promoting their own business. Like, people are being secret squirrel entrepreneurs. You can't do that. The minute you do that, you lose all credibility for what it is you stand for. So I don't care what business you're part of. If you do not capture what needs to be captured, and that's the promotion, that's your marketing, that's your word of mouth, you're going to lose it and you're going to miss that mark. Put your fears in perspective. Are your fears are they pronounced because of other people's fears, or are they legitimately your fears? Let's put them in a realistic perspective. Okay, we talked about this on my show before. Hey, LaShawn, wake up 30 minutes earlier and find your purpose, right? I started reading this book, and I'm an author, so I enjoy reading other people's books. So one, so I can see what everyone else is reading, and two, to feed myself. Remember, I talked about that. You can't feed anyone else if you have nothing to give. And this book is absolutely awesome because what's happening is we are learning about different secrets we hold within ourselves, but it also lets us have this life-changing knowledge about the world and how we change it within ourselves and others. And if we do not do that, hey, girl, hey, that's my namesake right there. I love her to pieces. If we don't do that for ourselves, we're not going to be able to meditate and dig within. Also, hone in on your craft. When you wake up 30 minutes, another book, Miracle Mornings, I'm going to read that, Dr. Tammy, and put the title of your book up there too, because everyone needs to get a copy of your book, especially our young people. especially our young people. So when you get up 30 minutes earlier to find your purpose, add meditation, add your prayer, to start your day, and then add more to it. So Gracias, Pedro. So you may not be able to handle waking up 30 minutes earlier, 50 minutes earlier or 2 hours earlier. Start out in chunks, 30 minutes, then 45 minutes, then an hour, and then so on and so forth. Also, feed your mind. I've been reading this. You can't teach other people if you don't know what you're doing yourself. I had to learn for myself, and waking up earlier, as much as I love my sleep, waking up earlier made that happen. So that's another reason why I need to have you guys affirm yourself, because in the morning, look at yourself and say, I'm beautiful. I'm a purpose magnet. I am a money magnet. I am a networking magnet. I am a people magnet. I manifest. Wow. I manifest more and I can do it. So Dr. Tammy's book, Manifesting More, a playbook for living and planning on purpose. That's an affirmation right there. You can wake up in the morning and say, I manifest more by talking to more people, loving myself, feeding into someone else's mental or whatever it is. And then you can have a whole nother day. Your affirmation could be, I am living and planning on purpose. Like that title alone has 2 affirmations in one. But you have to recognize what it is that you need to manifest over and how to have a purposeful life. You need to also connect with others and people who will nurture you inside and out. Guys, we are so sucked up, especially now, with dream vampires. We are sucked up with people who have no aspirations in life at all. And because they have no aspirations, everything you put your hands on, they're going to ridicule. So you're going to start your business and you're doing well, and people are going to ridicule it, not because the business isn't good, but because you're doing it, right? Have you ever heard of someone saying the only reason why they don't like something is because it's you? The reason why they won't support something is because of you? Well, it is true. You have to be able to, 1, clarify your vision. 2, ignore the outside noise. Don't let that noise get to you. Don't let that noise distract you. Don't let that noise keep you from living the destiny and purpose of your life, because if you do, you are going to clearly get derailed and allow anything to push you off your square. Don't let the noise of anyone else's fear change your vision. I can't tell you how many people told me to get out the business that I'm doing right now. Oh, you need to get out of that. That doesn't sound right. That's really bad. But then when you ask, well, what do you pray tell to just replace it with? I ain't get to that part yet, Queen. But I don't think, listen, anytime someone says it's not for you, but don't have a reason why. Anytime someone says that someone said something but can't tell you who those people are. And anytime someone says to you that they don't want you doing something but they don't have a concrete answer, run like the wind. Yes, Dr. Tammy, stay focused and run like the wind. You don't need those people around you. You don't need those people clouding your focus and your vision, because they're going to end up taking you away from what it is that you have to do. And then it's going to change everything. You're going to look back a year from now and say, daggone it, if I did this then, I would have been here now. And then that's when the woulda, coulda, shoulda started happening. Move your business online, sister. Move your business online, brother. It is time for you to do it. So let's see. We could create habits that'll force you to be great. If your business, say, is a sneaker store, right? There was a sneaker store in Wilmington that got burnt down yesterday, right? You can easily, after grieving and mourning and having what my Aunt Emma says, your 15 minutes of loathing, at that 16th minute, we need a game plan. So now let's get the materials that you have salvaged and put them online. And if you have nothing, get pictures. You would have pictures anyway to advertise on a couponing ad or pictures to advertise in a newspaper. So get pictures and drop ship until you start getting those funds back, until you start getting that insurance money back. But you don't have to be invisible because your brick and mortar is no longer there. You absolutely have an opportunity to fuel in line. Can I invest in you? Will I see an increase? You absolutely would, Ambassador. You absolutely, and you have invested in me. I have drops on your show, and I had someone say, "Is that you?" Yes, that is me who drops. And I tell you, I'll say you are in the mix with the ambassador on Mondays and Thursdays. Yes, that's me. So, and he slowed my voice down because he said my New York was coming out, and that's all good. But, but yes, I would love for you to invest in me. You will see all kinds of increase once you do that. But guys, listen, if your brick and mortar got burnt down for whatever, right? For one, I am sorry, right? I apologize that you're going through this, but this is what you can do. Get some pictures, put the pictures online and drop ship. You don't even have to have inventory. Drop ship. Have an online store. Put that sneaker store online. Put that clothing store online. Put those lashes, lipstick, phone store online. The online market is what you need to do right now because we are in this century and generation where people don't like getting out the house for any reason. Now you compound it with the Rona, and you compound it with people who are fed up and angry. Nobody's going outside right now. Outside like the freaking Twilight Zone. But guess what? Every single day there's a knock on my door from Amazon because there's something that we needed, whether it's for school, whether it's for work, whether it's for my kids, or even just general food, right? Move your business online. The excuses are up. The gig is up. Read positive news. Dr. Tammy, I'm about to drop something on you right now. You know what? I have a confession, guys. I have a confession. Can I take some tea first? Because I have a hefty confession. Dr. Tammy's going to be proud of me, but she's going to be mad at me because I didn't consult with her first with something I'm about to share. And Dr. Tammy, and listen, guys, when you have a coach or you have somebody, make sure that one, you compensate them somehow, monetarily, market-wise, social-wise, business-wise. If you need a purpose coach, Dr. Tammy is your person. If you need a purpose coach, Dr. Tammy Francis is your person. And I was always told, if you can't bring the food, at least bring the table, right? Read positive news. There's so much going on in the world today, and it's enough to drive us crazy. Find something positive to watch or enjoy. What I was going to say is, and I was waiting for Dr. Tammy to say something. I said, you know what? Prerequisite to Adulting really took off and is doing well, but I wanted to do better, right? I wanted to reach more. I wanted to be a household name. I wanted to be something where teenagers, adults, young adults, and children alike are able to identify the purpose and the clarity and vision of Prerequisite to Adulting. So I was hoping that Dr. Tammy was still here because I want to share something with her. I officially am teaming up with somebody to create Prerequisite to Adulting one-on-one magazine. Well, Prerequisite to Adulting mag. And what that will do is it'll take chunks from the book, of course, but they'll also have young people and entrepreneurs and the like who are living the life of Prerequisite to Adulting. So, for example, Hi, I'm Sticks is an entrepreneur. He has endorsements now, right? And why not have someone like that featured? Why not have someone featured in a magazine that is absolutely learning how to Prerequisite to Adulting? It makes sense, right? We talk about finance, we talk about soft skills and social skills and etiquette and everything else. Why not have it in a magazine? Makes sense, right? That's the announcement. There'll be positive news in there because people love positive news, especially when it has to do with young people and young adults and even adults. But imagine a magazine that has sprinkled with people who are doing something and turning their lives around or being able to look past the madness, right? And guess what, guys? It'll be available online. Why? Because it's time to move your business online. So let's take a pause right there, right? And let's think about some affirmations that we all can think of and say to ourselves. So when we reprogram our brain and we start thinking about things in our life, like our people who love us or don't love us, the money we have or right now don't have. Okay, let's look at this. Let's look at this. I am open and I'm receptive to all of the generational wealth that's coming into my life. I am open and I am receptive to all the generational wealth that's coming to my life. Meaning, I am allowing myself and giving myself permission to have as much generational wealth come into my life so I can feed it to my children, so I can feed it to my grandchildren, so I can continue to see my family grow, right? That's the type of affirmation I'm going to say as it relates to money or funds or wealth. People don't understand the difference between wealth and being rich. You can be rich all day long, but wealth carries through. If you're rich, that's usually new money. Nobody cares about that. Nobody cares about that. But people do care about wealth. Wealth carries on for generations. Being rich, a bankruptcy could knock that out. A bad money decision or investment can knock that out. But wealth, we're talking like wealth is like Rockefeller, Vanderbilt, the DuPonts, that's wealth. That's the type of money that will go on about 50, 60 generations. You can't squander that. I am allowing myself, I am open and receptive to allow wealth, generational wealth come to me. Money and spiritual well-being can coexist in harmony. They say money's a root to all evil. Well, guess what? My bills are too, but they have to be paid. Okay? I will always and consistently attract opportunities that will create more wealth. That's an affirmation that we all can say to ourselves every single day, because we self-sabotage our businesses based on fear, based on whatever it is that's going on in our lives, based on the heartbreak that we deal with in our lives, a divorce, a broken engagement, a breakup after a long-term relationship. That can knock you off the square. If your child gets hurt, a death of a loved one, that can knock you off your grind. Hey, Queenie. But when you allow yourself to affirm the possibilities, right? Moving your business online, you are attracting wealth, because I affirm, I declare and decree that someone in Sweden, in the Netherlands, in Canada, in Haiti, in Zimbabwe, in Russia, in Japan, in Mozambique, they're going to invest in my business. Why? Because I'm manifesting that, and I am giving myself permission to have more. Okay? And we're talking about, other things in our life like self. I forgive myself for anything I may have done or said to sabotage my crop. Meaning, whatever I may have said, like, I can't do this, or I'm not good enough, or I'll never learn this. Boo. We are forgiving ourselves and releasing that negative self-talk. I am currently giving myself permission to become the best version of myself. That is an affirmation we all can say, because we all have come up short. We all have done something foolish. We all have shortchanged ourselves. So now I'm saying, like, okay, listen, check this out. All of us, we are all in the process of giving ourselves permission to become the best version of ourselves. We are worthy of every single dream and goal we've ever manifested and thought of. We are enough. Our possibilities are infinite. Okay? That's what we can affirm ourselves in the morning when it comes to our business. I am in a loving, supportive relationship. Now, everyone knows I am solo, dolo, and single. But I am affirming myself so that way my mindset is aligned to when that person comes, I'm already ready to welcome love and romance in my life without any shortcomings, without worrying about any of that. I'm going to give out love and it's going to be returned to me tenfold. Why? Because that's what I'm manifesting in my spirit. I am going to bring my business online, and my spouse is going to support it and help me grow it. I'm going to have my business online, and all of my friends and those around me will help me promote it. Sis, it is time to bring your business online. Brother, it is time to bring your business online. Well, what about me? I do hair. Beautiful. How about having sessions online on how to cut hair or how to style your hair? A lot of us, me, I'll be there front and center. Because the joke was, all my friends always say, girl, you should have stopped after you had that boy. Because I had 2 boys and then my daughter, the little girl. And everyone say you should have stopped right there because I don't know how to do hair. However, when there are situations, right, that will enable us all to learn something new, we will exercise it. And had I learned how to either cornrow or do those little bubble ponytails better, then I would have been a better stylist for my daughter's hair. Her hair may have been a little bit more healthier. You see what I'm trying to say to you? There's a need for you. There's a niche out there for you. There's a niche for you. You may say, oh, it's too late for me to learn how to trade on foreign market. No, it's not. Get this book in your hand, read it, study it, figure out what you need to do in order to get those pips and dips and make it happen. It's not too late. The only reason why it's not happening is because you're stopping yourself. If you stop stopping yourself, you're going to get a lot further in life than where you are now. All right? I deserve all the happiness that's coming my way. I feel good in every endeavor I put my hand on. I am a success magnet. Those are things I want you to affirm and say over yourself every single day. And while we are going through the weirdest of times and the biggest of transitions, I need you. Yes, you out there who is listening to me right now in these last 4 minutes. I need you to focus and concentrate on how to migrate your business online, how to grow your business online, how to use evergreen content to market and build content around your business, because the time is now. People are looking for you. I don't care what your business is. Your business can be from making tea, loose tea to pencil erasers. Whatever it is, you have a business that is waiting to be birthed, but you keep playing yourself and not exercising that permission to do it. And while we are all here for the last 2 months, there was a business that should have been birthed and someone said, I'm not ready to do it. And now that we're at the end of this COVID-19 stuff, well, at the end of it, but the safer end of it, you wasted that opportunity. But here's the good news. You still can do it, because there's going to be millions of people who are still looking for online outlets and online knowledge that they can utilize to become better versions of themselves. We all squandered an opportunity. And if someone says they never did it, they lying to themselves and to you. We all have had opportunities that we said, I'm going to do it, and we never did it. And then we wasted it. We all have. We all have had opportunities where someone said, do it now, the iron is hot. And by the time we picked the iron up, it got cold. We all have. But I want you to affirm right now that today will be the day that you learn how to create resistance lines. Today is a day that you're going to learn between bearish and bullish. Today is a day that you're going to learn how to place a marker. Today is a day that you're going to learn how to use Facebook and what people call the Twitter. Today is a day that you're going to learn how to market and advertise. Today is a day that you're going to pick up your daggone laptop and start that book. It happens today. Let's not waste another moment, because as we are clearly seeing before our eyes, none of us have tomorrow promised to us. None of us. And because we all don't have tomorrow promised to us, we need to, rightfully so, exercise the opportunity to stop making the graveyard the most richest place on earth and use our tangible, God-given skills right here, right now, while you have a chance. Can we change what's going on right now with 2020? No, we cannot. Not everything. Some things we can. But while we are navigating through this thing together, we all are going through it. There's not one person that's watching me right now that has not been affected by what's going on in 2020 from January until now. There's not one person. And if you say that you haven't, then now I don't know. I don't believe you. I'm sorry. I really don't. I don't. Because everybody, all of us have been affected by something in 2020, whether it's COVID-19, the coronavirus, whether it is losing a job or being laid off or being furloughed or being underemployed, whether it's any of these isms that's going on, all of us have been affected by the craziness that's been happening in 2020. When that clock struck 12, none of us realized this madness that will be going on right now. Tell me in the comments, who knew that this was going to happen? I want to know who you are. Shake your hand. None of us knew this. We all were talking about 2020 is going to be our best life, right? We were dancing and all kinds of stuff. Now look at us, burying friends and loved ones, crying while we watch a television screen, wondering if bank accounts are going to make ends meet, wondering if our friends and family are going to be safe, worrying if our sons and daughters are going to be okay, worried if we're going to get out of this catastrophe that we're in right now. All of us have been affected somehow, some way with 2020's madness. As a social studies teacher, this is going to be the roughest chapter to teach days to come. And I can tell you this, future teachers and educators out there, right? 20 years from now, when you're teaching that lesson on what happened during 2020, woo! I pray over you right now, because that's going to be a tough chapter to talk about. It's worse than the Great Depression. But we're going to make it, guys. We're going to make it together. We got this. But we have to be that iron that sharpens iron. We have to be those people that are going to stand in the gap. We have to be those people that are going to give affirmations over ourselves as well as others. So I'm going to leave you guys with a few affirmations for multiple parts of our lives, because we all have different life areas. It could be health. It could be love. It could be abundance. It could be social. You know, some of us have the best of health. Some of us have great finances. Some of us may be married. But there's other areas in our life that kind of suck, right? Or some of us may not have great finances, but everything else in our life is good. You see what I'm saying? There's not one person who has it all. And if they say that, keep watching. There's this what's his name? Dar Lama, I think his name is a younger guy. He has those videos, like, you know, those purpose videos that show you what happens when someone does something to somebody. And he had one with this young couple who used to watch this couple online on Instagram, right? And they were like, gee, I wish we had a car like that. Wow, look at how they dress. They dress so nice. They look so happy together. And then when you went to the other side with the couple that they were marveling, he was like, you didn't take that tag off your dress, did you? She's like, no, we got to take it back within 15 days. And they're like, oh, good, we can't afford this dress. And they're like, okay, now, did you move away from the car and wipe it off? Because we don't want the real owner to know that we were leaning on their car. Everything they were doing on that Instagram account was a facade. None of it was real. The clothing wasn't real. The car wasn't theirs. They were eating in restaurants and going to the bathroom and sneaking out. But online, people thought they had the best relationship and thought they were killing it. But deep down inside, when you saw the real thing, when it all settled down, they weren't. And the moral of that story was, stop looking at other people and thinking that they got it going on without knowing the actual truth. There are some of us right now who are watching people online. They're like, wow, they got it going on. Wow, I wish I had their life. Enjoy the life that you have. Love and live the life that you've been blessed with. And because you do that, there's going to be someone else that's going to look at you and say, wow, they got it going on. People are always watching. They're watching you, watching them, watch you, watch them. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to give you guys a few affirmations, and then I'm going to go ahead and jump up off of here, okay? So, first off, let's talk about being content and joy-filled, right? And you can say things like, despite of what's happening right now in 2020, I believe awesome things are happening to me and for me. Again, despite what's happening right now in 2020, I believe that good things are happening for me and to me, okay? I affirm that over your life. Joy and content, that is my natural birthright. So I choose and give myself permission to enjoy this. Or we can say, I affirm this over your life, and this one's going to be really difficult for me, okay? Whew. Despite the people that we love so dearly leaving this earth, I am grateful to be alive. I live through them, and they live through me. It's a joy and pleasure to have had that experience with them. That one's really difficult for me because I'm still processing and having the most difficult time dealing with the loss of my aunt. And I know some people are probably like, you ain't over that yet. No, I'm not. Absolutely not. I don't know when I ever will be. And my sister said something that made so much sense to me. Empress said to me, be thankful that God let him have you with her. Meaning, be grateful that he gave you Aunt Emma. You could have had anybody else, but you had Aunt Emma. And she could have had anybody else, but she got you. So enjoy that. So my affirmation with that is, I am grateful to be alive despite losing the greatest woman next to my mother in my life. But she lives through me and I live through her. That's my affirmation. And that's an affirmation to anybody that lost someone who loved someone so dearly, right? No matter how unfair it was or it is. Let's talk about health. I will honor my body and trust the process by by changing my diet and using exercise as an outlet. I am going to honor my body by trusting the foods that I eat and using exercise as an outlet. Guys, my thyroid has gotten so out of control, and with my stress level, I put on like another 10 pounds. I can't do it anymore. So every day I'm allowing myself to get healthy and stronger. Every day I'm allowing myself to feel better and to do more despite my thyroid. That's what I'm affirming over myself. A couple more and I'm going to go ahead and end. For you all out there, your possibilities are endless. And you're just going to give yourself permission to be great. Again, for everyone watching right now, your possibilities are endless. I give you permission to be great. And the last one, you have the freedom and you have the power to create the life that you ever wanted. It's time to design your life and power through. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is LaShawn R. Shelton. Once again, I affirm that you will move that business online. I affirm that you're going to find someone that's going to be that energetic support and backbone. And I affirm that all will be well. You know why? Because it has no choice but to. All right? Have a great one, everybody, and take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.